Okay, so we have our wicked long strip of fabric. So this long strip of fabric is literally the length of the bolt of fabric. So this is 9 inches by the entire length of fabric. The reason why it is 9 inches by the length of fabric, because we are going to be making a bazillion half square triangles. So with that being said, you have two different options. Option A, we just cut using our scissors right on the fold. That would help with the large bulkiness, or we just go for it. The first step that we are going to be doing is we're gonna flip it this way. And so again, this is the 9 inches. This is the wicked long. We are going to be drawing a line using our ruler and friction pen. So with the friction pen, we have a few different options. Option A, we use this water soluble based marker. So with this side here is for the water base. So any type of water is gonna make that disappear. Or we go with the purple side and any type of air or water will make that disappear. I am suggesting that we use two different colors. Said we're gonna go ahead and use the marker today because it is nice and bright and vibrant and you can actually see what I am doing. So let's just review one more time. We have our wicked long piece of fabric. This is 9 inches by 42 inches, the entire length of the bolt, because we want our finished size to be 3.5 inches. So with those half square triangles finishing at 3.5 inches, then we need our Creative Grids ruler. This is a 6.5 inch by 24.5 inch, and it is going to be extremely handy because what we're going to be doing is we are going to be drawing a line going all the way down our entire length of fabric. What's going to happen is we are going to first draw on our, and we are going to be drawing a 4. What's going to happen is we are going to first draw on our 1.5 inch line. So let's go ahead and do that now. I want to make sure that you can see the edge of the fabric. What's going to happen is we are going to first draw on our, okay, so you can see the edge of the fabric. We are placing our ruler right on top. We got our line here. We've got our line here for the 4.5. We are going to be making our line for the cut line. First cut line. So with that being said, let's go ahead and use the blue side as our cut line. So here we go. We have our 4.5 inches from here to here. So let's go ahead and draw our line. Now we're going to go ahead and bring that all the way up so that we can keep continuing. You can see the line right there. I'm going to bring that up just a little bit more so that you just see that little tail end. And let's keep marking our fabric at 4.5 inches. Bazinga. And again, because this is so long, we're at the very tail end. So it looks like for this wicked long strip, we're going to be marking it about 3 times. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we are going to yet again draw our, which is our blue marker, because we are going to be drawing more of our cut lines. So this way, we have our blue line right here. We have our 4.5 going across, and then of course the 9 going that way. But we're going to be drawing a line going 4.5 inches again, like that. Move that right over. And again, we're going to place this right on top of the line that we just drew at 4.5 inches. Go ahead and mark the fabric. We're going to move it over again at 4.5 inches. And I'm sure you are getting the pattern here. Again, to get that 3.5 inch finish size, we are going to be going all the way down this wicked long strip. Ooh, goodness gracious. This wicked long strip of fabric. What's going to happen is we are going to first draw on our 4.5 inches going this way. Once we have all of this drawn right on, then we will be making our sew lines. For the moment, let's keep moving. 4.5 inches going all the way down. Okay, so now we're at the very tail end. I'm just going to make a little X mark right there, a little X marks right there. We're not going to worry about those because they are not quite 4.5 inches. Now that we have our cute little block drawn right on, now what we're going to do is we are going to do it the diagonal way. So with that being said, we have 2 different options. Here's option A. Option A, we take our from point to point. So we're literally right on that point line. We're literally right on that point line, and we can draw using our cut line, draw a line like that. Okay, so it's literally right in that corner, right in that corner. Then on top of that line that we just drew, we can then use our sew line and mark a 1/4 of an inch away from that line that we just drew. Let me show you, just like so. So that is going to be our sew line, that is going to be our cut line. To take it one step further, we need to draw another sew line. So just for good measure, I'm just going to go ahead and flip that right over. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do that exact step again. So we have our sew line, so we have our cut line right on top there. Then we're going to take our marker that indicates that we are going to be sewing right on that purple line.